Brock, 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 you are perhaps one of the most annoying people I have ever heard speak in a long time. In your latest, well, not your latest, but in one of this video, you say you're this filled with love person who loves everybody and who goes about hugging random people on the street basically because you're overfilling with Christian love. And you say basically, oh well, I only hate atheists on a macro level, whatever the hell that means. But anyways, you do hate people, Brock. You do hate atheists. I'm sorry that you do. Just what you say in other videos. And you hate gay people. And you hate everybody who doesn't conform to your little rigid standard of life. You see, you know why I say hate? Because I say hate because you deal with such people with thinly veiled disgust. Well, you hate. You don't. When I say hate, I say you view them as something you need to get into a little box and squish and crush into your own sort of form of life that you think is acceptable. I've heard you talk about gays. I've heard you talk about atheists. I've heard you talk about liberals. And I guarantee you that you hate them in my sense of the word, as in hating their freedom and hating their thoughts, which you might as well be hating them as people. So don't try to bullshit me with this macro and micro distinction, because it's lies, just as macro and micro evolution distinctions are lies. You know, does every one of your little videos come with some sort of cute little metaphor? The problem with your metaphors is they're basically your opinion, crushed up and overloaded with sugar to accept by your mild-mannered, basically closed-minded fan base. That's what I'm starting to think about, because you seem to include them in every one of your little videos. And they're basically A plus B equals C. That's basically what explains the complexity. And the problem is, they don't really represent real life at all whatsoever. The problem is with your little toe clipping explanation is that it's not somebody's thoughts are not toe clippings, and somebody's lifestyle is not toe clippings. It's an essential part of their being. So when you hate the thoughts and you hate the lifestyle, then how can you not hate the person? I don't understand you, Brock. I'm sorry, I don't. It's not an intellectual arena of ideas. I mean, it tries to be, but it isn't, because I can sit here and I can tell you that you're wrong and that you are indeed filled with hate, but I know you go to sleep thinking, oh, well, she's just a crazy liberal with a headband tied around her head, so I don't have to pay attention to what she thinks. I know that's what you think about. And that's the problem with you too. It's basically pointless. I can sit here and talk for hours and still go ahead and have your head caught in the ground. It was never an exporter of freedom. I mean, freedom is basically, what is America? It's imperialist. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. And Brock, it's nothing more than that. And saying that America has some grand purpose other than benefiting itself is neither represented by fact or history. And saying that invading another country for no other purpose than to gain oil, and the whole function of Iraq was basically lies that Saddam had WMDs, lies that we were going to make Iraq a better place for the people. So I don't see how you can think that a nation torn apart by civil war and insurgency is a better place than the one before. Saddam did horrible things, but the thing I'm not questioning is the good or badness of the situation. It's the fact that you think it has improved when it's been utterly ripped to shreds by a war that the civilians never wanted and never asked for. So why don't you just, I feel like crying when I hear people who speak like you, who once again take up a rifle for the purpose of spreading liberty and freedom, when in fact you're spreading imperialism. I've read your poetry, Brock, and I'll try not to be mean because I understand. I think that whatever you say, whether it's bigoted bullshit or whatever you say, I think you do say it. You actually mean what you say, which is a little scary on one hand, but you're honest with yourself, so at least that's good. And your poetry problem is poetry requires more than just opinions. It requires art. It requires an open mind, which you lack. And I read your poetry, and that's what it's suffering from. It's not. It's not about the ideas you present. It's the words you choose, and the words you choose aren't good. That's the simplest way I can put it, Flock. It's hobbled by, I don't know, maybe you lack what an artist has. I think that's it. And I'm not talking about liberal or conservative. I'm talking about the ability to string words together in a way that works and isn't just lyrical gobbledygook. I haven't heard you play, but for some odd reason I know what it would sound like if I heard it. How can I know you would be a hunter? I mean, people like you just love to kill things, don't you? You pride on it. You love destroying the world we live in. And I'm running out of time for a lot. And I could go on and on about how you're so utterly lost in your own tiny box of how the world works, and how America works, and how your probably safe, cuddly little suburban life works, that you fail to see that there is badness in the world, and that people are hurting because of people like you. And you make me very sad, Rob. And it's not about theism and atheism anymore, it's about your attitude. That's it. And it makes me want to cry. Oh, I have to go.